Hello again, welcome back to my channel. This is Katie with Katie Rolls With It, and in today's video I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown of what my 2026 planner lineup looks like. It's not going to change much. I have my hourly life planner here, and then I have my daily duo here. This starts in January. Let's see. Go ahead and get that out of the frame so you don't have the glare. One of the things that I struggled with in 2025 is that I love the Daily Duo. The Daily Duo works really well for me and for my brain and for all the categories of my life that I'm responsible for. But I also really like playing with stickers. It makes me feel good. I enjoy it. I come back to my planner more. And so this was 6 months worth. You can see it's quite the chunk here. But it worked really, really well for my life. Clearly, I used it. But from October on, I really struggled to use it because it was so chunky and it was just hard. I mean, like, obviously you could lay it out, and if I laid it out, it would lay flat, and that's so nice and wonderful. But when I would put it like this on my desk, it was just too chunky. So one of the things that I decided to do this year with my husband's help is I went ahead and I bought 2 sets of the Daily Duo, so that I can make them quarterly. I don't love that they're quarterly in the sense that it's not a lot to carry around with me, but it's really going to serve quite a need for me, I think, because what I ended up doing is when I first got this, or when I got it, I left January as normal. I left February as normal, and March as normal. So all of the months are in there, the daily pages, everything. And then once I got to April, I left the monthly in there. And obviously I have a note, sticky note here for anything that I need to add for future planning. I have that for April, for May, and for June. Sorry, that's my stuff. I'm still migrating into the planner. Tomorrow is New Year's Day, so I still have a little bit of time. So I left the monthlies in there so that I could future plan if need be, just using sticky notes, things like that. And then I also left in each month, I left the notes pages that were between each week, because I can use those for things. So for instance, I decorated this page. I'm going to write a letter to myself. I have some goal stuff that I can keep track of for the quarter. I went to a church service on the 28th of December, and it was all about the new year. So I went ahead and I put it in this planner. So I have those sermon notes there. This is where I'm going to write my 26 things I'm looking forward to in 2026. I wrote it out here, but I need to migrate it in. And so then there's some more pages here, just of notes paper. Then we've got June, and so far The first couple notes pages I haven't done anything with. But then I went ahead and I decided I would do January, February, March reflections back here. I have 3 habit trackers. So I like to buy Planner Kate Misfit kits, and when she sends me Misfit kits, it's for lots of things I don't own, or things have changed, you know, sizing, different things like that. So I went into my stash and I went ahead and decided these were the things I was going to kind of track to see how often I did them. One of my goals this year is to have more date nights. So I want to make sure that we're having at least a couple a month. I need to get better about calling my mom. I would like to move. Movement is a big deal for me in 2026. I have so many workout stickers, so we're going to go with that term, even though that term doesn't really make me feel super good, but I just want to be able to use those stickers. So, so these are the things that I'm kind of keeping track of. This will be kind of where they land. Again, I have monthly reflections, and these are like the Moxie Life kind of misfit kits that I had. So every one of them I think has the same questions, which are what I learned this month, what I'm most grateful for right now, what improvements or adjustments I need going forward, my biggest wins this month, and an area I want to focus on next month. And I just used washi tape that I still had in my stash. You know, I'm just kind of using up the stickers I have. And then I bought a 10 pack of the perpetual calendar, and so I got some of these and just decided to use them for January, February, and March. And what I'm going to do is I am going to write down one win every single day, so that I can just be mindful that I am not always the sum of my mistakes. I struggle with that sometimes, and so I got these in a misfit kit, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use them. And since I went quarterly on my daily duo and kept in the notes pages, it gives me so many more ways to do them within the planner themselves. Because for those of you who don't know, a daily duo actually doesn't have notes pages in the back. This is my other January through June one. It has like a notes page, 1.5 notes pages. But because it's so chunky and it's pretty much full when you get it without anything in it, this really is going to work well for me. My husband had to talk me into it because for those of you in the planner community, you know that Erin Condren planners are not inexpensive, and so the idea of buying 2 and tearing out pages to put more room on the coil so I can sticker it up felt a little bit extravagant, I guess is the right word. But as my husband reminded me, if it works for me and I can make it work in a way that makes me happy as well, so not carrying around the big chunk and not having enough room and it not sitting nicely and things like that, just do it. He's like, Katie, you know, you're not necessarily the most materialistic person in the world, but you like what you like. And if you like it and it's going to work for you, then just do it. The other thing that it does allow me to do is I had bought these envelope dividers from Erin Condren, But again, with my other Daily Duo, it was so tight on the coil, especially after you sticker it, I could not ever really stick them in to the planner and utilize them. So this is really, I think, going to be the best of all the worlds for me. So I can use the planner as I want to in the daily way. And then I can have enough space for it to grow, as well as get everything I want into. This is the 6 boxes. I went ahead and I put books for these 3 months, and I'm gonna write the titles out here. I was trying to write the titles in the books, but I just have very large handwriting. And then this was the perpetual, this is a perpetual calendar. This was the calendar, the 6 months, and then there were lines here. I went ahead and put a perpetual calendar on it so I can write in birthdays. This was the other side. This was the 2027 perpetual calendar, but I need the page before the month starts because I always write my master to-do list in every area of my life. And so since I really don't need 2027 for future planning right now, I went ahead and I just put one of those stickers on top. It's going to work perfectly fine. This is one of those pocket dividers that the pocket on this side came up. So I went ahead and put my cleaning routine on it from January to December, because then I can just take this out and move this into every planner that I'm using. I did get the minimal layout, and one of the things that I have started doing is decorating the divider, the monthly divider, because it's very plain, and I can use some of my Happy Planner stickers and some of my Live Love Posh stickers and different things like that. So I went ahead and I started doing that, and that's been very fun and creative for me. And then of course we have the monthly, and then on the next page I actually flip-flop these because I put my bills here. I am right-handed, and so writing next to the coil is kind of hard for me. I will take my measurements. I want to do 3 videos this month, and then I have a memory verse. This is just an old planner cover. On this page, I always put one of these 3/4 perpetual calendars because I am the worship leader at my church, and so I'm able to write down the Sundays that I need to plan for, and I can put the team, the singers, the songs, that kind of thing. And this has been very informative to me to know, so I can see it at a glance like this to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to sing if they want to, or play. Otherwise, when I just go week to week to week, I'm having to like gather a whole bunch of data, and this lets me look at it as a whole for the month. And so that works out really well for me. And then of course we go into the daily pages. Of course, the 31st, the 1st, and the 2nd, the 3rd and the 4th are all like the first week, but it's not a full week. So I just used some of the monthly kit that I had left over to kind of decorate that week. But then I used another kit here, one of Planner Kate's new 800 kits. And so this page here, this is the weekly overview. What I do is I write all of my church related things on it. So I have anything, so Bible study, practice, Sunday school, things like that. I have that all here. If I have any meetings, things like that. So like I have a meeting this day that I just scheduled, so I'm gonna have to add that to this day. And then on this side of the page, it's mostly a to-do list, is how it's designed originally, but I take and I'll put the worship set. So again, another place that I'm writing down the songs for the week, and then any prayer requests I take in any of my Bible studies that I need to be praying over. And then I usually have a few little to-do list items that I do track on this page. So like texting my Bible study group, sending out the song list, things like that. And then this was just a tracker that went into an old compact vertical box, and so I just listed it right here, and I'm going to use it for like prayer, Bible reading, things like that. So I'm going to use it because I have it. But so this is my church specific page of my planner. It allows for all of the things of my worship leader position and my church related stuff to go right here. Generally, I'm a note taker at heart. And so on Sundays, I leave this page to write sermon notes. If for some reason I didn't need the second page, then I would use it for any kind of like brain dump or list, things like that. But generally, I use both pages of my notes page for sermon notes. Going into the daily pages, I put anything work related here. These are generally regular to-dos, and then a lot of times I'll put my appointments and things or tasks that have to be done in boxes here. And then if I have more to-do items that I do, I kind of just write them in the lines as to when I do them. This box is kind of a flex box. A lot of times I might write all the things I want to get done at work this coming week, just so I can migrate them to my work planner. This, I generally go to therapy on Tuesdays, so I leave this box open for any little nuggets of wisdom or truth that she wants me to take with me and work on. Wednesday's box sometimes will have staff meeting notes, so like church staff meeting. I'll take meeting notes here if there's anything that I need to take with me, because this is the day that we have the meeting. Thursday is the day that I get paid, so I do my bills in this box here. And then Friday is generally kind of a flex box as well. Most often I'll write meal plan for the following week. So like I'll write out the plan here, write out my grocery list here, order my groceries on Saturday, and generally we either have them delivered on Sunday or Monday. Sunday, I generally keep this box open for this week's connection. So I like to write a lot of notes for sermon notes. And of course I use back and front both pages, but then generally the pastor says, and this week's connection is, and so that's what I like to kind of write in here. Sometimes if I don't have anything for Monday, I'll write in the month's memory verse, just so I get used to reciting it every day, used to writing it. I feel like that's an easier way for me to kind of keep memorization. So that is my ride or die, my daily duo, and that's what I'm doing this year to be able to use it well and not get frustrated with it. The other planner that I plan to keep using is my hourly day. It started in July of 2025. I use this more as like a back planner because basically I have a lot of stickers that I'm trying to use up, and this allows for me to back plan. A lot of times when I'm forward planning, I will write the things I want to do. This is generally, I write the things I actually accomplished, and I have a lot of really cute sticker kits. So I'm just going to keep on going with this. I anticipate that this one is also going to get chunky, so I may at June get a new one, because I generally like the 18-month ones that you take 6 months off the discs, or off the coil. I don't think that I did that though. I did not, because I wasn't sure if I was just going to try to wait it out or not, but this is this week here. But again, I'm trying to use up some stickers I have, and so this is another one that I will use. And the last thing I have is I was in an A5 Daily Duo for a long time. Struggled with it because of the thickness. They had me get to a rings one, but it really didn't work for me because, I mean, by the time you're done, it's as big as the 7x9. I might as well use the 7x9. But I do have this undated planner that's a monthly planner from Erin Condren that is in their petite planner lineup. And I thought about maybe using some of my stickers and just going in and decorating those pages. I haven't decided yet. I don't even know really if they fit. Again, I'm hoping to film a little bit more this year than I did toward the end last year, but I just kind of wanted to give you an update as to what I'm going to be using. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Like I said, I hope to film a little bit more in the new year. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.